Hey everybody, welcome to the Odin's Call YouTube channel where we talk about stuff. In today's episode, it's a special one because I did not button my shirt. Drink it in, ladies and gentlemen. This is what a formerly 420 pound, now 276 pound man looks like with his shirt unbuttoned. Enjoy it. Anyway. On no planet do I think I'm sexy. I just didn't feel like buttoning the fucking shirt up. Anyway, today I just wanted to talk about my rather divergent, very different kind of brand of faith because I've had a lot of people ask me about it after having been on a rather popular podcast where I talked about a near-death experience that I had, and I mentioned it on this channel as well. But I keep getting people kind of coming at me, you talked to Jesus. No, I didn't. Or maybe I did. I don't know. But, yeah, let's discuss it for a minute. I've had, I grew up as a very indoctrinated, devout Baptist kid. My father would generally be found on a Sunday morning in a BFE church in the middle of nowhere with the hellfire and brimstone. And at one point in my life, I was not far from becoming a pastor myself. And frankly, what made me stop that process was actually reading through the Bible from cover to cover several times for understanding and not just to confirm my beliefs. And when I went through the Bible for understanding, I started to ask myself questions like, why do I need instructions on how to treat my slaves? Why do I need to know on what planet and why is homosexuality an abomination before God, or shellfish, or clothing made of mixed fabrics? Why? And if that's what people want to believe, that's fine. And if that's what people do believe, that's fine. And I will tell you that the majority of Christians that I've known throughout my entire life have been wonderful people that don't spend the majority of their time banging on the Levitical laws in an effort to persuade people to switch teams into Christianity. And for those people that use Levitical laws in an effort to talk about how unholy and unrighteous certain things are, grow up. Sorry. That part of the Bible was written long time ago, and it was written by a person, and that person didn't like certain things, and you're basing 2022 thought processes on negative 1000 BC thought processes. And that's silly, in my opinion. But I still respect you, and I still respect the tenets of Christianity. And I think anybody who wants to live a Christ-like life will make the world a better place by doing so. And I applaud you for taking that stance. But where I stopped applauding you for your Christianity is when you start trying to make leaders that you elect in a democratically elected place or a semi-democratically elected country to enforce biblical laws and specifically to enforce Levitical laws. It's baffling to me. It's disgusting to me. You cannot serve two masters. But what you can't do is you can't say what I believe is so right that everyone else must believe it. You know what you get when you have those thought processes? Sharia law. That's what you get. And I'm sorry to inform you out there that have been very well indoctrinated into your belief systems and that try to make laws and elect people who can enact those laws based on your religious beliefs. You got a secret for you. Had you been born in China, you'd probably be a Buddhist. And had you been born in the Middle East, you'd almost definitely be a Muslim. And Had you been born in India, you would almost definitely be worshiping the Hindu gods if you were of the religious persuasion. And on no planet do you want there to be a majority other than your own existing in the vicinity of you that gets to make decisions for you based on their religious beliefs. So I'm asking you, Christians, I understand that the strip club going in on the corner offends you, or the abortion clinic on the corner offends you. I get it. And I respect you for that. That's okay that you object to it. But you don't get to use Scripture to make decisions on behalf of other people. I posted on Twitter the other day, and I think I referenced this in another video, but what I said was, I can't do this because that's against my religion. That's fine. You shouldn't do that if that's against your religion. Cool. You can't do that because that's against my religion. No, nope. That's not how it works. Sorry, but that is just not how it works. You know, I don't think two men should have a romantic relationship. Okay. You can think that, but whether or not somebody cares about your opinion is irrelevant. What you think about other people is your business. Whatever someone says about you behind your back is none of your business. Now listen, I'm a strange bird, and I understand that I'm a weird one, and I understand that I'm different for this, but I follow 9 commandments, so to speak. I guess they're the 9 noble virtues, and I could list them for you here, or you could go watch the video that I made about the 9 noble virtues. And in fact, I'm going to invite you to do that right now, and I'm too stupid to figure out how to link it here, so just go find it on my channel and watch it. And if you look at the 9 noble virtues and you look at any of those and feel like, oh, I can't get behind that. That's too heathen for, well, that's just being closed-minded. There's absolutely nothing there that any honorable human being can't get behind. And in fact, very much shared values with anybody with decent morals, you know, decent ethics and a good understanding of how to move about in the world in an honorable way. And yes, I recognize the presence of not one God, but many of them. And saying that out loud to certain people in my family have made them stop talking to me. And that's okay too. Still love them, and I still have their back. And I'd still show up for them if ever the need arose. So, all of that to kind of go back to the beginning and say, people have asked me about my particular brand of faith. And it's divergent. It's different. It's not what most people believe, and that's okay. I'm not preaching, and I'm not proselytizing, and I'm not asking you to believe what I believe. But if you want a good overview of what I believe and the morals, ethics, and divine guidance by which I live my life, go check out my video on the 9 noble virtues, or Google it. Look it up. Those are the guiding principles of my life, and I take them very seriously. Now, one of those virtues is not avoiding saying the F word, because words aren't bad. One of those virtues is not hating anyone based on anything about themselves that they cannot change. I don't have that built into me at all, and I never have. You know, none of my beliefs lead me to the conclusion that one person is better than another person based on anything but their character and their personality. I don't have any of that racist bullshit baked into my thought processes, despite the fact that a whole lot of people throughout my childhood attempted to bake those in. I don't have any of that. I have 9 simple rules, and those 9 simple rules have guided me to, well, a much better life than what I had prior to adopting those tenets as being the most important guiding principles in life. I guess I'm inviting you to research more than I'm going to tell you everything about my particular brand of faith, because it's not what God I worship. It's not what deity I lay at the feet of. It's more a guiding set of principles with the understanding that there's some extra guidance that's out there with which one can directly commune should they take an interest in doing so, which I have, and I've had more than one direct interaction with the old gods. You may have had direct interactions with your Abrahamic God, and that's okay too. I believe you, and I respect you, and I don't have a problem with that, and I don't think you're making it up, and I believe you believe what you believe. The only thing that I would ask is, what you believe doesn't have to be what I believe, and what I believe doesn't have to be what you believe. And we can still love each other, and we can still respect each other, and we can still sit down at a table together. We can still communicate with one another. And by the way, in 2022, your political party, your political beliefs have become part of your religion. And I want to break down those barriers too. I want to break down those walls too. I want to break the thought process that you can't sit at the table with somebody because they support one candidate or another and you don't. Too many families have been torn asunder in the last several years based on zealous beliefs that as a third party observer, you'd look at that and go, what are these people doing? These people live in the same country and they treat each other this way? What? The aliens would lose their minds. But listen, I love you. I respect you. If I have to, I will protect you. Regardless of who you are, what you believe, what color you are, what gender you are, what gender identity you identify with. I don't care about any of that, as long as you're not an asshole. I just like everybody who's not an asshole. Thanks for coming to my channel. Like the video. Subscribe. Send me a message. If you disagree with me and you want to have a religious debate or something, cool. Hit me up. Let's do it. Let's have a conversation. We'll record it. I'll live stream it so you know I'm not editing anything. We'll talk to you soon.